Okay, everybody, it's a good time to make you another back update video. It's been a while since I did it, but I figured they're forecasting a pretty big snowstorm for tomorrow, or tonight into tomorrow, I should say. So I figured now's a good time to make the video for you before everything starts coming down. The Cabana really has the most changes out of anything back here right now, but there's still some other stuff I can show you. So let's get to it. So if we go to the back here on the roof, you can see that the attic fan is installed. So yes, the shed now does have some ventilation, and good ventilation at that. So that's it's pretty good to see. These lights were on here last time, yeah, because I remember some of you commented on the one light on the side, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, so we have that up there now. It's currently set to 90, so obviously it's not going to run right now. And as a matter of fact, the electrical connections aren't set up for the Cabana yet, but they're getting there. So there's some good ventilation up there, which is good. And you can also see the gutter has been installed. You can see it goes along, I think, all four sides. Yep, here's the pipe right here. And it goes down there, as you can see. And we'll get that from the other shot as well. So that's all said and good. And that came out really good. Quick little side shot here. The furnace is running, as I know some of you like to see. But take a look at that block of ice on the ground there. You see that? That's just simply from the water coming out of the pipe every now and then. And it's really cold out here, so that's how it's forming. Pretty cool to see. You can probably see the steam coming out. Pretty cool. Yes, I know some of you commented that there's only one light on the side here, and it looks like there should be two. I did talk to my folks about that, but for now, I think my dad doesn't really see it as a big deal. So we're just going to have to leave it as is for now, okay? But if ever it does get changed, they can easily put another one on because it's all exposed on the back. But we'll get in there anyway. So for now, guys, this is just how it's going to have to be, all right? So we're just going to leave it as is for right now. More steam coming out. And one thing I can show you back here is I had mentioned last time that the Long Island House furniture came. And I did not show, these benches are a mess right now, but that's okay. I did not show one of the tables that came with the furniture. Show you right over here. This table right here, you may remember from the Long Island House. It's going to be roughly in this area, I think. Around here, maybe over here somewhere, but yeah, around here, so you get the idea. Alright, hot tub's doing fine. Right now I have the water set to just 62 degrees because I have it just warm enough where any chemicals I got to put in will dissolve, but not so warm where the heater keeps running a lot. So we got an electric bill recently, and it was nice and low. So I know this is doing very well. And yeah, the water's great. Water's clear, handling these cold temperatures, so that's good. Okay, and oh yeah, we got the lid for the fire pit. Of course, now I'm remembering all this stuff, right? So we got that now. All right. So back to the Cabana. You can see we got some appliances in there now, and you can see the once again the gutter going towards that side like it should, and then leaning down towards the drain pipe. So let me straighten the camera out. There you go. So no excess water coming out. Oh, look at that! There's another vent. I just noticed that right now. There's another vent right there. That's going to be for the what do you call it? The stove exhaust. So we have that all set up now. And inside you can see there's the grill, there's the stove burners, and here's the refrigerator. I'm not going to take off this protective stuff right now just because we're keeping it on since nothing's completely finished right now, but I'll show you the inside in just a little bit. And yeah, you can see they filled in the counter the counter spaces now. Not a big mess of blocks and things like that. Huge thing of wires coming out right now. That's where the switch and the outlets are going to get set up. Right there. And down there as well, behind the refrigerator. And yeah, so the sink is going to go right here. And the rest of the counter space is going to be right along there. And there's the grill. And here's light fixtures. So right now we currently have, I'm standing by the refrigerator. We have one right here and one right there. That'll light up the counter space perfectly. One by the grill, okay, that's the duct for that vent that you saw. One light right there, and there's one light right here. Now, the only thing I noticed was this general area by the refrigerator and over here, where's the light on the angle? Over the sink right there, okay? you can see there's no lights in this area here. And I was like, that looks like it's going to be a little bit of a dark area. So what I suggested was they put a light kind of above here, above the door. So that way there's a light kind of above the door and also in front of the refrigerator. So you have plenty of light here if need be. So I think with that one light added right there, that should light up everything here just fine. It should look very good when the time comes. Yeah, so here's the refrigerator. It is a, I believe it's a KitchenAid, if I said last time. I'm trying to see if I can show it to you. No, not really. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a KitchenAid model. We were trying to choose between either side-by-side or top freezer. And we went with side-by-side because that has the outside dispenser and the outside ice water dispenser. I think I said ice and water dispenser outside. There you go. I forgot which one I said first, and the one at the Long Island house is top freezer, and it does have dispenser, but it's inside. So we figured we can do this without having to open the door. And you know, just the bottom freezer models. Yeah, forget that. I hate those design refrigerators. I think they're horrible. So we went with side by side, and I can show you the inside. Here it is. Got the shelving. The ice bin right there. Yeah, that's another thing about the bottom freezer models. The ice bin is in the regular refrigerator compartment with just a cold air vent keeping the ice cold. That's like one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. So we're not doing that. So yeah, so here's the freezer compartment. Like I said, we're leaving all this protective stuff on until the work in here is done. And fresh food compartment. There's a light right up there. There's probably some lights here too. Yeah, along the side there, as you can see. So yeah, not as large as the one inside the house right now, but that's totally fine because we're not going to store as much in here as we do in the house, obviously. So, but it does have a white interior, which I'm very happy about. Oh yeah, there it is right there. KitchenAid. Yeah, okay, so that's the model we got. And the reason why we got the KitchenAid Model 2 is because this water dispenser does have a reservoir tank, so it does store cold water compared to the Frigidairs, which don't. I mean, that's like one of the stupidest and cheapest things I've ever heard of, but we didn't get that, thankfully. And here's the handles for the doors when the time comes. Now, for the lights outside here, we're going to have switches, I believe, on this part of the wall. They just haven't been cut out yet, so we're going to do that over here. Okay, now let's go into the storage room. All right, you can see not as many boxes in here this time. Yes, and oh yeah, here's the just one side note. I mentioned about the snowstorm. This is the snowblower from the Long Island house, and my dad and I just tested it. On the first pull, started right up. So tank is nice and full with gas. The oil level is right at full, so I think we're good to go. And like I said, just one pull started right up. The auger ran correctly, the wheels, so we're good to go. Alright, so inside here, you can see he did more wiring work. You can see where the outlets are going to go. There's going to be one outlet right here, one over here, because, you know, this is where the snowblower is going to be, so if my dad wants to use the electric starter, he can use it right inside there. And we were going to have another switch here for the inside lights, because this door is this is the main door that opens. So we have a switch right there, so we can open the door, reach in, turn the lights on, and here we go. Now, the light fixtures this is what we got currently. We got one right there, okay, and one right here. Now they look like fluorescent light tubes, but they're actually LED. I mean, fluorescents are cool, but it's about like 20-something degrees today. So I mean, if you put a fluorescent light in here, that's going to be as dim as can be when you first turn it on. So that's not going to work out too well. Looking at this again, yeah, this doesn't stretch as far as I thought it would. So maybe see if we can get more light fixtures added on because. Yeah, this doesn't cover as much as I thought it did. I first came in here at nighttime, so that's probably why I didn't notice, but we should probably get that considered. But anyway, yeah, so we have one there and one there, so at least we got something in here. But again, there's no electrical power to the Cabana yet, so I can't show them to you at the moment. But right here is the circuit breaker panel, and you can see here, it's nice and high. Like there's where the conduit came from the bottom, and it goes right up here like that. So that's really nice. Open it up for you. Best I can. Doesn't want to go down. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. Okay. Lowered it down, and here we go. Now, you can see they also he labeled the wires. Even though I'm pretty sure there's no electrical power going here, I am not going to put my fingers towards those wires. Okay, so here's all the wires labeled. Here's all the circuit breakers, all 20 amp, so I'm very happy to see that. And here's all the connections right here, and there's the outer panel that's eventually going to go on it. So yeah, electrician did a really good job here. So, there we go, put that back up. And yeah, so like I said, if we ever wanted to put another light fixture outside, okay, here's the one on the side, and there's lots of space right here, and everything's exposed. So I mean, if you wanted to run a new wire sometime, they could easily do it. And speaking of lights, right here is the other switch. One switch is going to be a timer switch for the outside lights, and then the other one's going to be the other switch for these inside lights right here. And yeah, actually, I'm really glad that panel's really up high like that, because the one on Long Island isn't, and that's just much more convenient. It could be by code nowadays, because, you know, the one on Long Island was built back in ¡96, so things could have changed by then. And yes, over here is the exhaust fan. Now, thermostatically controlled attic fan. What I love about that fan is that it has 4 fan blades. I think that's awesome. Most of them I usually see just have 3, but when I saw 4, I was like, that is fantastic. And the thermostat's right there, mechanical thermostat, set to 90. We'll see how 90 is. If you feel like it runs too much, we could always put it to 100, because this isn't really a living space, but the ventilation is good for both the storage room and also the roofing shingles. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why it's there, but that's really awesome to see. And the guy did a fantastic job. He put it exactly where I thought it should go, nice and centered, between the beams, everything. So good job on that. And some kind of junction box up there. I'm not quite sure what that's for, but I guess that comes into play somehow. And I guess I didn't really show you the other kitchen appliances, so I'll show that to you. But yeah, the storage room is definitely coming up pretty good. And I did think maybe we should put a standard non-fan vent here, just for a little bit of extra ventilation, like, you know, because you have it all the way over there, but, you know, there's nothing really here. But that space is open with each other, so maybe the ventilation will be enough for it. Just a guess, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, maybe you can put a vent there at some point. If not, fine. If it is, we can always add it later on. So, all right. So, but overall, things are coming pretty good in here. Okay, let me show you a couple of the stuff in the kitchen. All right. So, the burners are here. Should I see if I can lift this carefully? Yeah. So you can see how it looks brand new. And the grill has a really nice mechanical gauge, which I like. Of course, we'll see if how long that lasts. I guess it all depends, but does this open? I probably shouldn't open that right now, actually. Yeah, I can always open it some other time, but yeah. So here's the grill. Again, I love that mechanical, or analog, I should say, temperature gauge, but hopefully it doesn't break over time. It might, but we'll see how it goes for now. And everything's all good. And there's the gas line from last time. Alright guys, and that's basically it. So, decent work done with the Cabana. Lights are in. Still gotta get the electrical work done, but if you remember from many of my videos, I've always said that the electricians that do all this work are fantastic, and we're really glad to have them. So far, things are moving along not too bad in the Cabana. And we shall see how it goes from here, alright? So as usual, thank you very much for watching, and take care.